Hi, this is Chrissy Incognito, and welcome to another episode of my show. Now, you might be wondering why I'm incognito. This is my alter ego that can say things that I cannot otherwise say unless I was incognito. So, thank you for returning. In order to understand more about this episode, please view the previous episodes. Happy listening. Hi, and welcome back. So I'm very excited. I have not videoed in a while. So I'm very excited to say that I found the. Well, it's really the audio. I I was looking for this. I knew it was red. This is probably backwards, but oh well. I knew it was red and black, and I knew it had this A on it, and I don't know why it wasn't with the other two. But okay. So like with the other audio cassettes, I want to play it and we can have our reactions together. The problem is, it's like stopped in the middle of the tape, and I have no idea what else is on it, what he's saying. Now, before we go into this, what I remember about this is, as I said in another episode, I was really, really ditzy. I from okay, so from what I remember, now I have viewed it like probably in junior high and high school. I don't know if I viewed it um after high school, but I had viewed it a few times, listened to it a few times. I'm really not sure why. Okay. I know that I'm like, Ricky. Okay, now I was looking at the timeline and I had just turned 14. Okay, might not be an excuse because it may be that like horrible. I know he was trying to solicit me for, stuff, so to speak. Now, okay, so to set the backstory, he's calling me from a payphone. Okay, and you're gonna hear him try to like the aggression in him trying to rip out or slam or do stuff to the payphone. Okay. Now he does talk about his drug activity. I remember he talked about going to get drugs, and he was kind of talking about the interaction between himself and the drug dealer. Like, okay. And I do apologize for any embarrassing things that I may say. Now, Eric might have used words that in 2024 are not really appropriate. But anyway, we're just going to let it roll, okay? And I'm going to do my best to try to make it as PC as possible. Okay. So, see you back in a minute to listen to the audio tape. Okay, so what I can get from the tape, it's not 2024 politically correct. So I'm going to have to kind of slice it and dice it to make it work. It's a half hour. It might even be a little bit longer than a half hour. Um, so it was way longer than I thought. So the gist of it was, like I said, he would come and pick me up. I'm sorry, not pick me up, but he would come and hang out with me in the morning, and then he would come and hang out with me after school. So, he was trying to, I guess, get me alone, obviously, and we missing each other. So he called me from a payphone, and he was at work. Like I said, he had a job, barely, and he was must have been getting paid in cash, and he was waiting for his, boss to come pay him so he could go to the city, New York, and get crack, okay? That was what he was waiting for. So then at some point, he is trying to, again, get me alone, and, that one was really, really weird. If it's the one that I'm thinking about, so what happened was there was a game at the school, and like an at night, probably like a Friday game of whatever, basketball, whatever it was. So I told my parents that me and my friends were going to the basketball game. Um, and then I would sneak off and see Eric come back, and then they would pick me up. So he was always trying to push the envelope, obviously. I think I did a damn good job keeping him at bay for 6 months. So when I listened to the tape, to me, he was an adult. So I listened to it and I'm like, yeah, you're an asshole. Like, but that's just how it was. Like, I thought he was an adult. Um, I am very ditzy and very all over the place, but I'm supposed to be ditzy and all over the place and not hanging out with guys like this. I'm supposed to be stupid and immature and innocent and all this kind of other stuff. So evidently there was a guy, Ben. I don't remember a Ben in there. And I was in eighth and I had just turned 14. He was in seventh and I guess he was 12. I don't know. Um, and he must have called me, and I don't really know what happened. The only thing I could think of was that I was being evasive, and then Eric was like, "Tell me, tell me, tell me." Or one of my friends, because we had mutual friends, told him. So I'm not really sure how he found out about this guy, but it was very weird. And then he talks about we have a lot of like inside jokes for movies and different things. And um, so there was a song back in the day, um, Anthrax, which that was the band I met in the early 90s called I'm the Man. So we were busting about that song and everything. Um, so he makes reference. So the Chuckle Patch is a New York area. It was like, it's only in the New York area, and it was like 2 hippies, and they would sit on swings and put, like, daisies in their hair, and it was kinda like a Mister Rogers where there were, like, little stations around the stage. So they would a big, box would open, and there would be stuff in it, and then they would go over here, Mr. Owl, and then there would be stuff in it. Well, one of the things was the Chuckle Patch, and what happens is it was a group of, like, flowers underneath a hippie tree, and when they had a message for you, they would, like, come together. Oh, sorry. When they had a message for you, they'd, like, all come together and go, and that meant that they had a message. The hippie women would come over, pick the message, and say, "Oh, today, boys and girls, the Chuckle Patch has this message. Brush your teeth," or whatever it was. So he started to call my privates the Chuckle Patch, okay? I don't even understand it, but okay. Um, and then I made reference to having a period. Now, I don't know if I had a period or not, but like I said, I had the longest period in history. So it was weird, the tape. I mean, it's been just 1,000 years since I've heard it. And it was exactly how I remember it. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to slice it, splice it, dice it. And so that episode will be coming up. Okay. Okay. So as far as the tape, the Eric tape is concerned, I started to play it. It's about a half hour. I did not expect it to be that long. It's about a half hour, and I say a lot of so unlike the other recordings that I had of well, it wasn't of Michael, it was me during the Michael era, and then the Andrew and the Robert. Unlike those, I didn't really have much to say about it other than I told you the story and then I played the tape and it kind of maybe you could piece it together. This was a little bit more disturbing. I thought I was just going to play it and just talk about what a jerk he was, and move on. But actually, I hadn't heard it. Probably the last time I played it was in high school. So I don't know, what was that, 35 years ago, whatever the hell it was. So I had listened to it in junior high and in high school, and I had kind of tucked it away. I didn't want anybody to hear it. I can't. I lugged it around to all the places I moved, all the places I've been. I moved here, I moved there. I probably moved about 7 times from my childhood home. I lugged it through all of that and everything like that. But anyway, so I wanted to play a clip and talk about it. I was appalled when I heard this. I was appalled at myself. Um, yeah, at Eric, but if I didn't allow that, it he wouldn't have been there. But I get it. It was what it was. And I was a kid, and not only was I a kid, but I was like I was a completely immature kid. Like I was an immature 14-year-old. So I'm listening to this stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that I say that I can't play because it's so disgusting. I don't even know how to explain it. I can tell that I'm being playful. He's saying things seriously about, I don't know, sexual things. And I'm like not taking it seriously. And I'm saying things like, I don't even know why I would say, but I guess because I was a stupid kid. So he says something in the video. He says to himself, he's talking about something, and he says, "Well, I don't want to get fucked up the ass." I think it was something about going to jail. And he said, "Well, I don't want to get fucked up the ass." And just like an immature, like space cadet, I say, "I do." And it wasn't at all because it had nothing to do with what I really, it was just, I was joking and playing, and I'm just appalled by me being so active in this conversation. And I know I'm trying to be stupid, and I know I'm trying to be playful, and I'm just trying to like make him laugh and make me laugh. And in there, when he starts to take me seriously, I sort of go, no, 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 no. I was kidding. I was kidding. Like, but why I would even go down that road is beyond me. So I'm gonna play the tape. I wanna stop it along the ways. The first time I played it, I just let it run, and then I was like, "I can't play that. I can't play that." And I don't even wanna play it. It's so just horrible, like